Hello, everybody. Living with multiple sclerosis requires a lot of commitment. Life with multiple sclerosis comes with a mixture of fear, uncertainty, adaptability, emotional turmoil. Of course, it's difficult to make it through with this lovely mix of emotions that are, to say the least, a little bit disruptive. And that is why throughout my life living with multiple sclerosis, like now 12 years since I got diagnosed, I started thinking about how I made it through all of these years and reached today still with a smile on my face, despite all the adversities that I have encountered along my path. And that is how I formulated what I now call the CARE framework. CARE as in care, which is something everybody deserves. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 pillars, the letter C, the letter A, the letter R, and the letter E, which are the 4 essential components to live a healthy and positive life with multiple sclerosis. Stay tuned. All right, the first pillar, the letter C, stands for compassion. You know, when you first got diagnosed, you were very self-demanding and unforgiving towards yourself. You always felt like you needed to do more because that's what you remember yourself as, this person who was always striving for more. However, after being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, you have to look at yourself with more compassion, and it's okay to be compassionate with yourself. This compassion can manifest itself as a way of forgiving yourself for not doing as much as you had wanted to or planned to do on this day. Instead of beating yourself up because you didn't do what you had set yourself out to do, try to rephrase that thought, reformulate the thought, and try to think, I did what I could, I did my best, and I still reached some part of what I wanted to do, and that is good enough. As you learn to live with multiple sclerosis, you also learn to listen to your body more. And that is one way of learning to forgive yourself, by becoming aware of what your body's limits are. And that is an essential component of life with multiple sclerosis. The second letter, the letter A, stands for activity. And if you've been following me for a while, you know how much I'm a fan of movement, both through yoga, through working out, or through maintaining an active lifestyle. And this active lifestyle might mean just walking out your door to go get yourself a coffee, to get yourself a bread from the bakery, whatever. Anything that gets you moving. It's important to remind yourself that activity doesn't mean running marathons or beating personal records. No, activity means just simply moving your body in any way that is available to you. And remember, as the first guideline related to this pillar is that even 5 minutes of activity, regardless of what kind of movement we're talking about, even that is more than enough. And it's enough for doing something very beneficial for your body. The third letter, R, stands for rest. Before living with multiple sclerosis, I used to push my boundaries endlessly, like not even respecting whenever I felt tired. However, now through life with multiple sclerosis, I've come to learn that respecting my boundaries is one of the greatest things I can do to myself. Knowing where my limits are and not pushing past those limits is actually what is going to help me keep going, and reach further than I had planned. But keep in mind that the goal is not reaching further. The goal is to give your body a moment's rest. And remember that rest is essential. Rest is not defeat. Rest is a gift you're giving yourself. You're treating yourself to rest. And in order to remind yourself to rest as much as needed, try to schedule in your daily schedule 15 minutes of rest every day. In between activities, make a buffer between one activity and the other, during which you just rest and recover from the previous activity so that you have sufficient energy for the next activity. This may be washing the dishes to washing clothes. Buffer zone of 15 minutes for you to simply lie back, recover, and let your thoughts disappear. And the fourth letter, the letter E, stands for encouragement. You want to look for that encouragement wherever you can find it, whether that be family or an MS community that you can turn to, contrast your thoughts with and talk about struggles and get some understanding from them. That kind of encouragement is really essential for us, because as you may feel beaten down and as you may feel like you're not enough because you didn't do what you had planned to do, well, look for that encouragement in these people, your loved ones or your MS community, or read an article from another person living with multiple sclerosis so that you feel less alone. And this kind of encouragement, in the end, is what keeps you going and what keeps you remembering that you are not alone in this. And that knowledge is so essential to maintain a smile on your face. And as a final thought, you know through this channel how much I value the power of the smile. I believe that the smile reflects upon itself and transmits that positivity to yourself and to others. And as others smile at you, you receive their positivity. And it's a self-encouraging discipline. So that's care for you. As a note, I will be posting weekly reminders for little tips, little practices that you can apply to your daily life to try to color your day with one of the letters, whether it be C, A, R, E. Anything that will help you address your day with a little bit more care. It's not a cure, it's merely a discipline for the rest of your life, something that's going to be beneficial to you, to others, and to anyone actually, regardless whether they're living with multiple sclerosis or not. If you want a reminder of what these 4 pillars entail, please sign up to my newsletter, as I'll be giving out free PDFs with guidelines on what each of these pillars is. Now on to you. Which part of care, which part of these 4 letters do you think is the most important, and which one is the one that you apply the most in your daily life? And if so, what do you do in order to apply that letter to your life? If you want more motivation or wellness tips, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Join in on the comments below, give this video a thumbs up. And also please visit my website up here, or please join my Patreon up here, where I publish several of my yoga videos, some short, gentle sequences targeted to address some of your multiple sclerosis symptoms. Consider joining me there. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. I always read through them and I reply, and I look forward to hearing from all and every single one of you. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.